There's some new research into metabolism that was just recently published by Pontzer at Duke University, talking about how metabolism doesn't decrease as we age like we thought it did. So what's really interesting is this guy got all of this different data into metabolism that was done using doubly labeled water technique, which is considered the gold standard for measuring metabolism. And when he finished, it came out that there was over 6,500 individuals included in this study, and it was from ages 8 days old up to 95 years old. Now, what this study published is that there's 4 different distinct phases of metabolism throughout your life cycle that we previously weren't super familiar with, or at least we didn't categorize it this way. Phase number 1 is from birth to age 1, right? And in that time period, your metabolism is at its peak. During this time period, it increases so much that it gets to be 50% higher than an average adult metabolic rate. Then phase 2 is age 1 to age 20. And during this stage is when your metabolism drops by about 3% per year, which of course makes sense because it's not going to stay as high as 50% above an average adult metabolic rate like it got to by age 1. Now, stage 3 is where it gets really interesting. This is from age 20 to age 60. What they found is metabolism held steady. Now, of course, they did say that there were outliers. There were some people where metabolism was way lower than what they would predict it to be, and some that was actually way higher. But as a majority, looking at the group data, metabolism held steady from age 20 to age 60. And researchers admit that this was surprising. They thought that age 40, 50, or even every decade, your metabolism would drop because previously that's what we've thought. But this research study doesn't show that. Now, stage 4, which is age 60 to 95, and this is when we did see that metabolism was dropping by about 0.7% per year. What they found interesting, though, is they think this might be related to organ function. Your organ function makes up about 65% of your resting metabolic rate, and we do know that as you age, your organ function starts to decrease. So they're wondering if that drop in metabolism then of 0.7% is strictly related to that decrease in organ function. So the takeaway from this, and something that's really interesting, is you can keep a high metabolic rate throughout the majority of your adult life. And how you can do that is by fueling your body well and maintaining a high lean mass, which of course is going to come from movement and strength training, but also eating enough. When you starve your body, you're likely to lose a lot of lean mass, causing that metabolism to drop. So don't let yourself fall into that cycle.